guys, today I want to show you how to pick out the perfect blush for your skin tone, how to apply it properly, the tools I like to use, the techniques and the tricks, and my favorite blushes. So let's dive right on in. This is the best trick you'll ever learn on how to pick out the perfect blush for your skin tone, no matter what skin tone you are. You want to take your finger and you squeeze it until you see the blood, and that color is the color that should be the natural flush of your skin tone. So when you go shopping for a blush, you want to kind of do that, pinch it up, and look at the blushes that you see and find one that's pretty close or exactly close, and that will be your #1 blush. So for me, my #1 blush is Sand Pink, and ironically it is #1, but in their line. It's Sand Pink, and I have it on my cheeks right now, and I actually have some other things over it, but it's my favorite blush. I've been using this for a long time. I will use this forever. I haven't found a single blush that compares to this color, but I do have a lot of other ones that I think are fun that I want to share with you, so let me show you. Oh, also, I want to show you how to apply it properly. Obviously, I already have blush on, but I'm going to show you my 2 favorite blush brushes. This one is a Kabuki brush from NARS, and it's handmade, and I think it has bamboo around it. I love the way that it tapers here, and it's very nice to just kind of like go like this, and I'll teach you the strokes in a second, but it's really nice the way it's tapered. The other one that I love is also from Bobbi Brown, and this one is just called, I think it's just called the blush brush. It's really poofy, and she has 2, I believe, but this is the fatter one, and I love the way that this one goes. So you don't want to take your blush and go like this, giving me like 1980s Hungry Like a Wolf Duran Duran video. You want to use your blush and you want to give it the natural flush across your face. So you want to come here, start like at the apples of your cheek. The apples are these little points right here. Smile. You don't have to look crazy and smile, just smile so you know where it is. I know mine's right there. So start there and bring it across, and bring it across. You lift it up and bring it across, bring it across. So boom, 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 boom. And then, you know, you can kind of brush it back a little if you want to, but essentially it's a flush across your face. Most women really get this wrong, and they don't put enough blush on their face, and I think that you don't want to overdo it, but if you mess it up a little bit, you could put powder over it, so don't stress too much. Obviously, when you take your blush, just do like 2 taps, you know, or 3 taps, and then kind of give it a dust. You know, obviously you want the most color right here and the least color right here. So there are different techniques for different things. We can learn about those different times, but you know, if you want like a basic everyday blush, that's how you do it. So some of my other very favorite colors for powder blush are from NARS, and I showed this in my October favorites video, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out over here. I'm having a giveaway and maybe you'll be the lucky winner. So this is Desire. It's a crazy hot pink color. It looks crazier than it is on, but it is a good pop. It's good for a pop. So if you do your natural color, you can also take a color like this, and actually better with this kind of a brush, take this and just do a little bit, and then right there is your pop. That's your pop color. So it kind of brings people's eyes to the center of your face. So you have your natural flush going here, and then you have your pop color here. You don't have to do both, but you can. It's fun, and it's just a different look. So again, here's Desire. And so this is a color I pretty much wore like all spring and summer. It's called Amore, and it's also from NARS, and this is probably closer to my more natural color when I'm going for browns and corals and peachy tones. And also your blush should go with your eye makeup and your lipstick and your clothing, so you want to coordinate those things. And then I really love NARS for blush also. I do love Bobbi Brown and NARS. I think they're my favorite, and they're in a price range that I'm comfortable with. And also the other thing is, when it comes to buying basics, I think that you should either save up, I really think you should save up for the best one that you want. I don't think you should skimp on it, because the better quality things are gonna last a long time. I've had some of my blushes for years, and they're fine, they last fine. I haven't broken them, they haven't broken me out or anything. Just keep your brushes clean, and yeah, if you're using a few different ones, you're gonna have them, you know, it's gonna last you a while. And I just think that for your most perfect blush color, you should buy a really good one. So this is another color that I love. It's called Dolce Vita, and this is kind of more on my earth tones, but this is another really nice color for me, and it looks good on a lot of people. The last powder blush that I like is also from Bobbi Brown, and it's called Clementine, and this is an orange one. It's not super orange, but it's just like you would think a clementine is, and I really love this to use when I'm wearing red lipstick. It depends on how I'm doing my eye, but I like a little pop of orange with the red. It gives it a nice offset look. And a lot of people think that they can't wear red lipstick, but when they put on the right blush and the right eyeshadow, it all comes together and it looks gorgeous. So I'm not the biggest fan of cream blush. It just doesn't look the same to me. It doesn't really wear on the face in the way that I like my blush to look. But when I'm going for a walk in the morning with my dogs, I don't want to look too made up, and I do like, or if I'm going to the gym, I like to look like, you know, a little bit better than I do without makeup. So I have a few of these pot rouges, which are for lip and cheek, that's also from Bobbi Brown, and I think that they're amazing. And what I use to apply them is this amazing brush from Hourglass. This is the same brush that I use to apply my foundation, and if you want to see that, I just did a video called it's the Get Ready With Me, you know, my everyday makeup routine, so check that out over here. And I use this brush, and I'll show you how I use it. But I'm not going to put more makeup on my face, but it's the same technique, and then you kind of maybe buff it in with the cream blushes. So these are really great, and they've lasted me for years. And talk about something being really worth the money. This one is called Pink Truffle, and they're really deep, and they're really beautiful for the lips. They're a little shiny, but they look really natural on the face. They have just the perfect amount of pigment. So Pink Truffle would be I would pick that as my closest to my Sand Pink, which is my #1 blush. So that would be my go-to everyday like cream blush. And then if I want a pop of color, kind of like the Desire, or if I just want to do it, you know, a little brighter one, or if I have a tan, this one is called Pale Pink, and this one's beautiful. And it's also, I'm just going to show you on the lip. Look at that. It's a really cute color. That's really nice. You could put these on with your fingers. I mean, you can do it, and then just take it, you know, like with the middle finger and go down, and maybe go back like kitty whiskers. Think of cat whiskers. They kind of grow like that across the face. That's how you want to think of it. But the thing about doing with your fingers is it'll be okay. It's passable. It's not going to be awful, but it's just not going to look as good. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it on my hand to show you. Look, this is the color. That's how much pigment this has. And then if I rub it in, I'm going to rub it in. You don't want to look like, what was that movie with Jennifer Aniston and Zooey Deschanel, and she was like doing the old lady's makeup, and she gave them these crazy cheeks, and she was like telling them, I don't know if she was doing it just to make the ladies look horrible and have a joke because she hated her job. She worked at like this dollar kind of store, and she called it Cirque de la Face. And then the ladies were like, because the first thing they would do is they'd look in the mirror and they'd go, oh! and then she was like, oh, but this is all the rage in Paris. It's called Cirque de la Face. And then they'd go, oh. It was really funny. I love that movie. That was the one where she had to wear all the flair. Somebody in the comments below tell me the name of that movie, because I can't remember that, but it was like Office Space or something. I don't know. It was really funny. Okay, so the last cream blush that I love is also Bobbi Brown, and it's called Summer Tan. So obviously it's going to be kind of like the name. It's like a summer tan, and it's a really pretty color on the lips if you're looking for like a nude brown. Or if you have really dark skin, or if you're African or African American or Moroccan, and you know, this is a really nice lip color for you. You don't have to use them for the cheeks, but they're nice lippy and cheeky, so that one I'm going to blend that one in also. But this is really good like if you want to do it first here and then do the pop, because it'll give you like a bronze look. You can even use it here, contour, and this is a really good one. I think these are like 20 something, like maybe 25. I'm not sure how much they are. You'll have to check it out. Maybe I'll put a link for you guys below and you can check that out. But these are my favorites. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope maybe it enlightened you about blush, and that when you go shopping you'll remember my little trick and you'll find the perfect blush for you. And leave me a comment below and tell me what is your favorite and most perfect everyday blush that you just can't live without. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a great day. Bye! Till time takes my sunshine.